I'm going to listen to Cola, The Gloss, which is a great indie album. An indie album like not many around at the moment. If it sounds like anybody, it sounds a bit like The Strokes, but hey, what's wrong with that? It's got a bit of Parquet Courts in there, and I'm a sucker for a three-piece. But yes, anyway, enjoy this. I will. Track 1, tracing Hallmarks straight in with a perfect band in perfect harmony. As I say, I do love a three-piece. You can just hear a little bit more. You can hear the intricacies of what the band do. There's elements of Parquet Courts, Strokes, certainly. Parquet Courts, hugely underestimated band. Strokes, where they should be estimated, and very, very good band indeed. I presume New York from the sound, but from Montreal apparently, so go Expos. All good, just a great rocking indie start. You know where you stand, and that place is a good place to stand. I'm going to give this track an 8 out of 10. Track 2, Pulling Quotes, a much nicer track than the first track. Mellow, even for them. I even thought of Snow Patrol. No offence, none meant, but you know, it's got that sort of pop sensibilities that, you know, you could hear there as a good Snow Patrol record if there is anything good. Nice little Pixies guitar hook, that down now. It's a really, really nice, just a little bit poppier than them maybe, and a lovely outro, but not a highlight even for me. 6 out of 10. Track 3, Parlor tracks. Parquet Courts are back in the house, maybe with a bit of the OCs thrown in. There's a sort of a heavier edge to them. Do check out the latest OCs album, which is fantastic. Even nods at UK bands, I would say. You've got that sort of little bit of XTC or Art Brut, that sort of art house, post-punk. All very good things, and all above standard music. Melodic and edgy. Will take that 8 out of 10. Good song, this one. Track 4, Albatross, which sadly isn't a cover of Fleetwood Mac or anything to do with Monty Python, but it's a very good off-kilter groove that every member of the band feels like they're doing something slightly different, but somehow it all comes together to work perfectly. Yeah, not enough bands sound like this really. Perhaps I don't dig enough. It's certainly not original, but it's so nice to hear because you don't hear it very often. Back to the Strokes in the chorus with a little bit of Idols energy as well. It has got that sort of, as I said, the OC Idols, a bit more boom behind it than maybe the average Strokes. And I do like this song. It's a cracker. One of my favourites, 9 out of 10. Track 5, Down to Size. It could be a Stroke song. It is absolutely so close to a Stroke song. It's almost silly, but it still sounds great because it sounds like the Strokes. Maybe a little bit too much. I think there's a really good song in there, but I'm too busy thinking it should be on This Is It or something. My guess is, don't know why, this one might be written by the bassist. Hasn't quite got the edge of the others, but it's what a great groove. You know, it really is a fantastic album from beginning to end with very few duff moments, and this isn't one of them. A 7 out of 10. Track 6, Keys Down, If You Stay, maybe loses its way for the first time for me. This album, it's a little bit slower in my eyes, a little bit duller. Not dull, but a little bit duller. 5 out of 10, and then track 7, Reprise. At the beginning I was thinking, oh dear, we've got 2 in a row that I don't particularly like, but by the end, my favourite track. Sort of the last 2/3 of this song is proper post-punk chorus, proper 3-piece indie band. As good as an example as you're going to get in many ways, and as I say, my favourite track, and a 10 out of 10 for me for 7, Reprise. Track 8, Nice Try. I guess it's them at their nicest. It's sort of a love song, I guess, as much as anything else on the album, but I never really listened to the lyrics, so I couldn't tell you for 100% sure. Nicely paced, played track at this point. I really like it at this stage in the album. Pavement-esque in its guitar solo, which was a first for my ears on this one, but they probably tuned their guitars better than Pavement did. Beautiful and feels real and from the heart. 8 out of 10. Track 9, Bell Wheel, not offering anything new at this stage in the album. Second from last track. Maybe there's a bit of the Cure around the pornography era that I hadn't heard for the first time. All good though, 7 out of 10. And then the last track, Bitter Melon. I do like this as a last track. Always good when you hear something new for the first time, and I think we've got a sort of epic country movie style, like, I don't know, like an indie Shaft. It's sort of groovy, atmospheric and indie all at the same time. One of my favourite tracks and a great ending to the album, 9 out of 10. So my overall review of Cola the Gloss is that it is a cracking indie album in the old school way in many ways. You know, it could have been released in the early 90s, and you know, there wouldn't be surprise. There isn't any real surprise on production or anything bringing it new and to the forefront, apart from a great band playing together and great songwriting. Very big elements of the Strokes. If you had to compare it with any other band, it would have to be the Strokes. There is a couple of tracks that just sound like they're off This Is It. Parquet Courts as well spring to mind. It's got that sort of cool inner city, proper three blokes having a good time, but putting their heart on the sleeves as well. You know, if you like your indie, then give this a go. They're really, I can't recommend it enough. An 8 out of 10 from me.